The top court ordered a stay on the demolition in Jahangirpuri for the next 2 weeks, but the political showdown has now erupted. The opposition parties, specifically the Congress party, making a beeline in Jahangirpuri and now starting with that face-off. This, remember, first it was only CPM Neta Brinda Karat who attempted to stop the bulldozing on Wednesday afternoon, landed on location and demanded from the JCB operator to start working, but the delegation of the Congress party is now visiting Jahangirpuri today. Congress Neta Ajay Makan has questioned Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's absence, calling it opportunistic. Makan asked, why has Kejriwal not even visited Jahangirpuri once? Meanwhile, Delhi's Aam Aadmi Party MLA Atishi has blamed the Bharatiya Janata Party for the illegal constructions in the area.
पूरे देश में दंगे हो रहे हैं। कौन करा रहा है ये दंगे? कौन सी पार्टी दंगे करा रही है? सारे जानते हैं कौन सी पार्टी दंगे करा रही है। हमें दंगे करने नहीं आते। ऐसे इस देश के लोग नहीं चाहते कि दंगे हो, इस देश के लोग शांति चाहते हैं।
अब देखते हैं जहाँ तक जाएंगे, जहाँ तक जाने देंगे, देखते हैं जहाँ तक जाने देंगे। जो पीड़ित लोग हैं उनसे हम मिलना चाहते हैं, देखते हैं हम कितना आगे तक के जाने देंगे। We have come here to tell the people that please don't look it through the prism of religion. This is something which has happened. The poor people have been subjected to such atrocities. The poor people have been subjected to bulldozer. Please don't look it through the prism of religion. This is the poor people who have been subjected to such.
You think people are listening to you? People inside Jahangirpuri, as far as Jahangirpuri residents are concerned, the situation is not communally tense inside the colonies?
Look, something will happen, then it will take time to have a 100% conducive atmosphere. But I must say, there is no much problem.
Okay, and what is going to be the Congress's future course of action from here?
Our course of action will be to maintain peace, because at the end, Indian citizen and India will be loser. If something is damaged which belongs to Hindu or which belongs to Musliman, at the end it's of an Indian. So our steps will be to maintain peace and not to damage our country.
Okay.
होता है कि अगर आप कौन सी पार्टी से हैं और किसको आप अपना वोट बैंक समझते हैं। पहला शीला दीक्षित इनको अपना वोट बैंक समझती थी, आज अरविंद केजरीवाल इनको अपना वोट बैंक समझता है। तो उन लोगों का इनको संरक्षण प्राप्त होता है। जब ये शाहीन बाग हुआ तब अरविंद केजरीवाल ने वहाँ पे बिरयानी भिजवाई। जब जमुना पार में दंगे हुए विधानसभा चुनाव में, तब ये लोग, इनका जो निगम पार्षद था ताहिर हुसैन, वो उसमें लिप्त मिला। अभी इनके पार्टी के लोग, आम आदमी पार्टी के लोग इस यहाँ पे जहांगीरपुरी में लिप्त हैं, सारी साजिश के पीछे हैं, तो वही तो जाएंगे। दिल्ली में दंगा कौन भड़का रहा है? दिल्ली में पिछले 2 साल में 2 दंगे हो जाना ये कोई छोटी घटना थोड़ी ना है। भारत की राजधानी में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की जिन राज्यों में सरकार चल रही है, कोई दंगा नहीं होता है।
हम सुप्रीम कोर्ट के इस ऑर्डर का स्वागत करते हैं। सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने अन्याय का बुलडोज़र, गैर संवैधानिक बुलडोज़र, जनवाद को कुचलने का बुलडोज़र को फिलहाल रोका है। बुलडोज़र एक बार चलता है तो बुलडोज़र नहीं पूछता है कि तुम हिंदू हो या मुस्लिम हो। मुस्लिम इलाके में जो हिंदू रहते हैं वो भी इसका शिकार हुए हैं।
असल में उनकी राजनीति पर बुलडोज़र चल गया है, इसलिए उनको ये बुलडोज़र हेट का बुलडोज़र दिखता है। असली बात है कि जब भी कोई विदेश से कोई डिग्निटरी आती है, पहले अमेरिका के राष्ट्रपति आए, तब यहाँ पर ट्रंप जब आए तब यहाँ पर दंगे कराए गए। सबको जानकारी है, आम आदमी पार्टी के कार्यकर्ता उसमें पार्षद इन्वॉल्व थे। अभी बोरिस जॉनसन यूके के प्रधानमंत्री यहाँ आ रहे थे, उससे पहले फिर दंगे कराए गए यहाँ पर। असल में एक इकोसिस्टम बिल्ड किया जाता है देश को बदनाम करने के लिए, और उसमें अखिलेश यादव, राहुल गांधी, केजरीवाल, ममता बनर्जी सब उसमें सहयोग करते हैं।
इस देश में रूल ऑफ लॉ नहीं है क्या? क्या न्याय की मूर्ति को बुलडोजर ने रिप्लेस कर दिया? कहे कि हमें 10:30 बजे मैटर लिस्टेड था कल, आपने 9 बजे डेमोलिशन स्क्वाड भेज दिया। वहां किनको डेमोलिश कर रहे हैं? आम शहरी हैं इस देश के। हिम्मत है कि बड़े रसूखदार इलाकों में बुलडोजर चला के दिखा दें? वहां चूंकि मजलूम है, माइनॉरिटीज हैं, मुसलमान बसते हैं, दलित बसते हैं, वंचित बसते हैं, गरीब लोग बसते हैं, आपने बुलडोजर उन पर चला दिया। माफ कीजिएगा, कल जहांगीरपुरी में बुलडोजर आम शहरी के घर पे नहीं चला है। हिंदुस्तान की आत्मा पे चला, संविधान पे चला। क्योंकि एक बार जब सुप्रीम कोर्ट का आदेश आया तब भी डेमोलिशन चलता रहा। ये संदेश अच्छा नहीं है।
Let's go across on the ground in Jahangirpuri. My colleague Milan Sharma has been constantly reporting and updating us. Milan joins us from Jahangirpuri area, exactly where the violence took place. This has become now, Milan, a massive political showdown, and specifically about the visits that are on. Congress has visited. When are we expecting the Trinamool Congress also to now make a beeline? Are you hearing about other parties? And is the Aam Aadmi Party expected to come?
Yes, in fact, Pooja, the constant beeline being made by political parties to visit this area is on. We saw how Brinda Karat, who stood in front of the bulldozer, and after which Asaduddin Owaisi also made his way here to meet the people. Today we saw the Congress delegation that was here, and now in a short while we are expecting the Aam Aadmi Party 3-member delegation also to visit Jahangirpuri, and certainly that is why you see that the police personnel are on their move. But let me show you that this particular area where we have been reporting from, which was the flashpoint of the collision between the two groups when the violence broke out, has been completely cordoned off once again. Yesterday we saw bulldozers run amok, people in this area, and this whole barricading was opened for that very purpose, because the police was asked to comply with the orders of the MCD to bulldoze many houses there. We see the CRPF and other security personnel sitting in front of the demolished constructions there that were called encroachments, and the team of officials is also on ground today. A lot of delegations have been meeting the families, but unfortunately these families have been told not to speak to anyone else. They've also met those people from the minority groups as well as the other communities here whose houses and extension of their houses have been demolished. But certainly there is a war of words going on between political parties, as you just mentioned. A lot of leaders have spoken about the fact that this kind of bulldozer politics is actually leading to harassment of the citizens of this country, and these are the people who are settled here, who are questioning why their encroachments, alleged encroachments, were raised without any notices that were given from the municipal corporation, Pooja. And the situation here seems like Jahangirpuri is now being made into a fortress. You'll remember how, the Delhi police cordons off areas that are high flashpoints for communal violence, and that is the exact same thing that has happened in Jahangirpuri.
Stay on with me, Milan. So it's become a political showdown. The Congress party is visiting. TMC is expected to. Other parties indulging in blame games, specifically the AAP and the BJP. While Milan stays on with us, it's a big respite coming in, though, for the Delhi's communal quadrant, Jahangirpuri, that it's become now. The Supreme Court has extended the break on the MCD JCB bulldozers for 2 more weeks. Hearing a deeply passionate hearing, the top court asked the centre and the Delhi government and the Delhi MCD and the police and even the petitioners to file affidavits. The lawyers for the petitioners called the demolition drive by a bulldozer as vendetta, specifically against Muslims, and a war on the poor. But with help from Delhi cops, which now they are also calling as state tools. The petitioners also asked why were illegal construction in Delhi's posh localities like golf links, scenic farms are not bulldozed. The government lawyer then countered, arguing that the MCD drive was on since January, and several vested interest groups have pounced on this incident to score political points. The government lawyer also referred to the Hindu residents in Jahangirpuri who have been hit in Wednesday's demolition drive.
जो भी माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट का आदेश होगा उस पर पूर्ण तौर पर हम उसका पालन करेंगे।
जी सर, आगे के लिए क्या सोचा है कि अब 2 वीक का इंतजार करना है, तो किस तरह?
नहीं, अब सब माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट के आदेश के बाद ही, जो भी उसका फाइनल आदेश आएगा उसके बाद ही जो होगा उसके बाद होगा।
भाई 14 दिनों का स्टे लग चुका है, लेकिन हमारा तो एमसीडी ने पूरा नाजायज तरीके से नुकसान कर दिया। इसको कोई नोटिस नहीं दिया गया, कोई कुछ नहीं दिया गया, और ये बिल्कुल लीगल दुकान है। मेरे पास सारे पेपर हैं। नुकसान 7-8 लाख रुपए का मेरा हो गया है। 2.5 फुट अलाउड होता है कोर्ट की तरफ से। हर मकान का देख लीजिए आप, 3 फुट 4 फुट सज्जा निकला हुआ है, तो मेरा 1.5 फुट क्यों तोड़ दिया गया? भाई जे सलम की मेरी दुकान है, जे सलम के ये मकान है, तो मेरे साथ ऐसा अन्याय क्यों?
Milan Sharma continues to be with me on this telecast. Milan, do help us understand this, that at this point, that means there are not just the Muslims, as the allegation is coming, but also some shops of the Hindu residents have also been demolished. And importantly, these are primarily commercial establishments and the encroachments that were used as shops. Do tell us about what was demolished.
Well, yes, Pooja, I'll just show you what all has been demolished in the wake of the bulldozing that happened here. So, this particular shop that Hitesh will show you belongs to Ganesh Gupta, was one of the petitioners today in the Supreme Court, and he said that this is the Delhi Development Authority allotted shop, wherein he showed us papers as well. But the bulldozing did not stop because they did not ask for whose shop was in the midst of the bulldozer, in the pathway. And the first floor of this particular shop has been broken down completely. This was one of the points that the Supreme Court also took cognizance of, saying that why weren't papers checked and what should be the responsibility of the North Municipal Corporation for raising shops of people that have been allotted. Tax is being paid on these particular shops. Another juice corner that is being talked about is also this one over there that was raised by the Municipal Corporation. Once again, Mr. Dilip Saxena, who is the owner of this particular juice shop, also said that this happens to be again an allotment by the authorities, and he showed us all the papers there. In the wake of this entire stretch of road, the 2-kilometer road that you see here, Pooja, there were a lot of establishments and some residences that had encroached outside on the roads as well that were demolished. So you'll see here, upstairs there are the residences, and downstairs these are the establishments that have been completely demolished, right till the mosque over there where you see. The mosque was where Brinda Karat also happened to have stopped the bulldozer by such time that the order had reached here, but the bulldozers did not comply with the Supreme Court status quo orders. So we've been told that there isn't an official counting of what all was actually demolished in the whole area.
Okay.
That is being done by the authorities at the moment.
Milan Sharma joins us and gives us the latest from the ground, constantly updating. Thank you so much, Milan, for now. Now remember, for those whose establishments were demolished, there was chaos and confusion and expectedly some angry reactions as well. Jahangirpuri, which is in the northwest Delhi area, woke up to find these bulldozers and also the JCBs standing around their homes and shops, and that primarily to demolish the unauthorized constructions. There were many people seen pleading, begging, asking the bulldozers to stop, but eventually they had to also clear the aftermath and the rubble from that area. Milan Sharma gets us this report of what people in the area had to say.
Surrounded by Delhi police, Municipal Corporation of Delhi bulldozed their home and shops in Jahangirpuri of the capital today. The court order stopped them, but by then, Rakesh's juice shop was also gone.
यहाँ पर जब बुलडोजर चल रहा था तो आपको किसी ने फोन करके बताया यहाँ पर?
जैसे हम लोग आए, जैसे तोड़ना चालू कर दिया, पहुंचे थे उससे पहले से ही। हाँ जी।
मुझे एक बात बताइए कि ये जो दुकान थी कितने समय से यहाँ पर थी?
जी ये 15-20 साल हो गए इसको।
15-20 सालों से, और आज अचानक से
बुलडोजर चलने लगा अचानक से।
Ruxana Jahan is shocked and refused to come out of what's left of her home.
मैं बीमार था, मैं घर का अंदर सो रहा था, ये तोड़ ताड़ के चला गया।
आप सो रहे थे तब?
हाँ, मेरा तो भी घबराहट हो रहा है, सब पुलिस वाला आ गया, मेरे को डर लग गया, तो मैंने जो कर रहा है मार के चला जाए वो भी मंजूर है। मेरा आदमी नहीं है, 2 बच्चा और बहू है।
एकदम अचानक से अगर कोई चीज हमारा आशियाना टूटता है और पब्लिक को इस तरह का धमकाया जा रहा है, डराया जा रहा है, तो लेडीज सब सुबह से बोल बोल के थक गई, इससे पहले भी डरी हुई हैं, तो किस तरह बातें करें बताइए। एक तो रमजान का महीना है, सब रोजे से हैं, किसी के हलक में पानी नहीं जा रहा है।
The mosque on the side of the road, which was in the center of 16th April riot, was not spared either.
इतना तो टाइम देना चाहिए कि सामान निकालने, हमारा नहीं निकला कोई बात नहीं, मस्जिद का गेट निकाल लेते, वो लाखों रुपए का गेट है देखो। उसके 2 पेज खुलते वो अंदर हो जाता, चाहे तोड़ ही देते।
ये मस्जिद का गेट टूटा हुआ है।
2 मिनट का टाइम देते हैं ना, तो 2 मिनट में लाखों रुपए की वो सब चीजें जो है ना बच जाती है। अब इन्होंने तोड़ा और उसको ऐसा कर दिया डिमोलिश कि वो रिपेयर दोबारा मॉडिफाई भी नहीं हो सकता।
This was the point and the flashpoint of discontentment on the day that the violence broke out, because here was where there was an attempt, so said, by people to unfurl a saffron flag, but ultimately the politics of bulldozer, leaving people here distraught because their businesses have been destroyed.
Guptaji's shop is a stone throw away from the mosque in the corner. It too got bulldozed.
डीडीए ने अलॉट कराया था, उसकी फीस भी जाती है 4800 रुपये सालाना। सारा मेरा कागज है, सब कुछ है। और आए पहले भी कई बार अतिक्रमण हटाते थे, लेकिन कागज देखते थे, कागज देख के फिर चले जाते थे। इस बार कोई कागज देखने को तैयार नहीं। मैं कागज दिखाता रह गया कि भाई कागज देखो, कागज देखो। अगर कागज नहीं भी देखते हो तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट का ऑर्डर आ गया 1 घंटे पहले कि अतिक्रमण रोका जाए।
जो अवैध बने हुए हैं इनको तो छेड़ा नहीं गया है, क्योंकि ये पीछे 25 गज के मकान है। उसके बाद इन लोगों ने अंतराज में 50 गज मस्जिद के आड़ में दुकानें यहाँ से वहाँ तक बनवा रखी है। मंदिर के और मस्जिद के आड़ में जो अवैध बने हुए हैं, जिससे कम से कम कुछ नहीं तो यहीं से सारी गुंडागर्दी, सारा कुछ यहीं से होता है।
Politics of bulldozer has reached Delhi and people, the Aam Aadmi, is the only one that's suffering. With Ashok Banod from Jahangirpuri, Milan Sharma for India Today.
So where does the investigation stand with regard to Jahangirpuri violence? There's a big revelation that's now being made by the Delhi police. The Delhi cops are saying they have found evidence about the involvement of as many as 20 hardcore criminals and gangsters in the Hanuman Jayanti Day clash. Dozens of Delhi police teams have been deployed to catch these gangsters and criminals, many of whom, remember, have already served prison term in the Tihad prison. So these are not exactly just random individuals. These are hardcore criminals with past criminal history. History sheeters have even served a prison term involved in that communal clash. Cops are probing if the criminals were in touch with the main accused Ansar, who's currently under custody. During the police interrogation of the accused, Ghulam Rasool alias Gulli has revealed that he had provided weapons even to minor children. On the day of this incident. He's also saying that he has sold a pistol to shooter Sonu Sheikh for 10,000 rupees. All of this is now being compiled by the Delhi police. They have started investigating 30 phone numbers linked to several of those accused in the Jahangirpuri communal clash, including Ansar and Sonu Chikna. On the basis of these videos, photos, CCTV footage, all of that has been emerging, local inputs, eyewitness accounts. The crime branch has now identified, we are being told, about 300 miscreants, and raids are being conducted to arrest them.